Welcome to the Abyss. We're back today playing more Slay the Spire. And we're fresh off that silent Ascension 20 run that went to the heart. We didn't get the win I was looking for, but I'm happy anytime I make it to Act 4 on Ascension 20 because it's really hard. So now we're going to keep the Ascension climb as Defect going with Ascension 9 here. I could see maybe trade all my gold for a rare colorless card. Definitely has a potential low roll and be more of a curse than a help. But it also has potential to be, Apotheosis or Hand of Greed. And when you get those, you generally have a pretty fun time. That is a pretty spicy path up the left there. 3 elites, the last one burning. That's the kind of path that maybe we could do if we get something strong. I don't hate upgrade a card here. And what I do hate is trading all my gold when there's an early shop. Although I suppose we could go around to the right, yeah. That seems reasonable. I'm not a fan of the back-to-back early elites without being able to bail. Although we can bail on the burning elite if we don't get strong enough. I think actually starting over here and taking a bunch of early combats probably the better way to do this. Let's see what the rare colorless has for me today. And we do in fact get Apotheosis. Okay, so maybe it's going to be a really good day. And yeah, I'm going to... maybe I don't hate a couple early events. I kind of think I want... Well, those two hard pool fights could be really rough. Let's go through the events. And I can afford to take this fairly slowly. Apotheosis. Yeah. Sucks to draw it on a turn when they're both attacking me. I think I still play this, though. Taking 10 there really sucks. But the fight should be pretty free from here. So free, in fact, that I wonder if that was the right decision. Might not have been. Okay, and I'll take a sweeping beam here. Area damage is good. And we get a card remove. Okay, let's lose a strike. Perfectly fine with that. I just got a better version of a strike in the sweeping beam. Because it hits all enemies, it draws one. That's not horrible. And this fight should be pretty free. In fact, I could have ended it if I was paying attention. Dual cast there. That's okay. We redraw it. We get a potion. That's great. And a cold snap. I'm very happy to see. Always love to get my first frost as Defect. It's a really useful orb. I'm going to try to full block this, since I already took so much damage in that first fight. Hopefully I can get away with that, and it appears that I can. Couldn't quite kill that back one with the cold snap there, so I just blocked it. And now we're good. And tough call here. I love white noise. Streamline's also really good. And I think I need the damage more than I need a random power card. So give me the streamline here. And yeah, hopefully we're strong enough. I'd like if I got more than one potion so far. But I still really want to take those 2 elites. And I feel like Apotheosis makes it somewhat feasible. I think I'm actually going to skip Streamline here. Go defend, Cold Snap, Strike. Block a little more. Try to preserve my health as much as possible here. Although I'm going to play Apotheosis and take 1. Want to make sure we win this fight decisively before the thief makes off with my money. And look at this, I get the white noise anyway. Or I could take a beam cell, which maybe is the more beneficial in the short term, I think. Especially with the streamline. Yeah, I'm actually going to go beam cell here. As much as I would like that white noise. But we've already seen 2 white noises, so surely we're going to see another one, right? This would never be the last white noise offered to us. And who knows, maybe we'll actually get offered a actual good power instead of, you know, a potential random power. I definitely play Zap here. I'm just wondering if it's worth it to open with Cold Snap Strike here. I think I'd rather open with Streamline next turn to discount the cost of that. Even though we get the Vuln here. It stinks to waste that Vuln. This is 13 and 13. I also don't hate having the Frost Orb in play. I can block a decent amount next turn. I'm going to wait. Not sure if that's the right move or not. Maybe we'll redraw the Beam Cell. Yeah, we didn't. That's okay, though. I can still Streamline Strike. And I am going to dual cast here. Try to push damage as much as possible. Alright, then we get the Beam Cell. Definitely Cold Snap. And I guess I can afford a Sweeping Beam here. Looking for that Zap, which we didn't get. Need to block this, so. And now, ideally, I mean, we just play all these cards, right? Nothing to think about. We do full block this turn, so that's good. And we get past Lagavulin. Bottled Flame. I'm probably going to skip because it lowers my odds of starting with Apotheosis. Bottled Streamline could theoretically be good. I don't think I want it, though. Guess I could bottle the Sweeping Beam. That gives me one more draw and some guaranteed area damage turn one. Still don't love it. Buffer. Yeah, you take Buffer. I'm going to take Buffer. It's a powerful card. And I'm still debating. I don't think it's Bottle Streamline. I could see maybe bottling Sweeping Beam. Even then, though, right? I would rather play the upgraded Sweeping Beam than use it to draw to Apotheosis. Because generally when I'm playing the Apotheosis, I'm going to want to block more than I'm going to want to attack. So, yeah, it sucks to skip a Relic. That's what I'm going to do, though. And obviously we upgrade Apotheosis here. Make it easier to play. And hopefully, though these aren't the greatest two potions, hopefully they're good enough to let me win this fight. I definitely need to Zap Strike here. And I think I'm going to use this Dex Potion to block 3 more. Because once I get Apotheosis in play, that's going to make it really easy to full block. You know, assuming we kill one of these jerks in a timely manner, which we don't appear to be doing. I guess the play here is to just buffer Strike and take 10. Because if I defend, then the buffer gets wasted, and I take 10 anyway. I could defend Strike. Maybe that's actually the move. Get more potential value out of the buffer by redrawing it upgraded. I'm taking damage next turn. If I play Streamline Defend. Otherwise I can't. I have to play Apotheosis next turn. I don't think it's ever skipped that. Not sure what the right move is here. I guess I am going to buffer Strike. Then I can Apotheosis, kill the back one next turn. Sucks to take 10, but I think it's the right play. Although maybe this is actually the right play. Yeah, this is even better. Skip Streamline and block a little bit with the Frost. Yeah, now we're full blocking here. And I think I actually want to target the back one. So there's a chance I can kill him next turn if we don't draw any block. Draw damage instead. We instead drew block, which I guess is fine. And now we're pretty much in range of killing either of them, so it doesn't matter as much. Just hope we can do that. Yeah, so I just strike here and dual cast and win. That was a rough fight. We get Bag of Preparation, though. That's amazing. Energy Potion's pretty cool. And I already have the 2 orb types. So I think I like a compile driver here. Heat sinks is definitely like really good in the long run, but with just one power, I don't think you take it yet. Yeah, give me a compile driver. Does it ever rebound? Rebound and streamline's kind of a thing. Also works with beam cell, and it's 2 more damage than compile driver. I think I like the draw better though. Yeah, give me compile. And we get a lantern. That pairs really well with the bag of preparation. And now I'm obviously going to rest here. There's no need to upgrade anything. And I'm going to hope that these potions are good enough to get me through Burning Elite. Which they may or may not be. But I want to take them in Act 1. And Apotheosis turn 1, that's a really good sign. The only way this would be better is if we had Beam Cell right now. I think I'm going to use the Colorless Potion. Because Gremlin Knob is not to be trifled with. And I guess, what would I be getting with Secret Technique here? Nothing, right? So give me the Finesse instead. And maybe we will draw the Beam Cell. We didn't get the Beam Cell. So I think I want to play Streamline here. And I guess Cold Snap. Yeah. Give me more draw with compile driver. Make us, you know, get that beam cell eventually. There's also a outside option to maybe use my energy potion to get the buffer in play. And I think against Gremlin Knob, that's maybe a good idea. So yeah, let's do that too. So I'm going to streamline, cold snap, buffer. And now we should be pretty safe in this fight. Hopefully we can kill him in 2 more turns. We get the compile here to draw 2. Literal bottom of the deck, beam cell. You love to see it. That's okay. I think we're still going to be fine. In fact, with the buffers, I think I can just dual cast there. We auto kill next turn. Did use 2 potions, but you know, it is a Burning Elite, so that's reasonable. And we get Akabeko. Maybe I should have bottled that sweeping beam after all. I think I'm still happy with my decision though. Feels too early for an aggregate. It's definitely good later on. And I do have the 2 cost power and the streamline. I'm gonna gamble a little bit and say I want this aggregate. That's definitely more with an eye towards the late game than it is a helpful thing right now. And yeah, look, I'm getting punished hard for not bottling that sweeping beam. That would have just ended this fight in 1 turn. It's okay though. I think we still don't take any damage. Strike kills you. And then I can dual cast here and just buffer. It's perfectly fine. Really nice to have an upgraded buffer already. Or, you know, it's upgraded via Apotheosis. Just going to be a lot of the time. And, okay, I already took an aggregate. So I definitely want card draw to go with that. So give me this skim. It's also just going to help me get to Apotheosis sooner. And I think I want to keep taking combats because I'd like to get some potions and some card rewards. More than I want an event. What I'd really like to see, other than, you know, the potions, I'd like to see more orb gen. Or possibly some focus. Which, you know, you always want to see focus. At least I do. Am I splitting him here? This does 10. I can. It's not the greatest split. Feels better than taking 18 though. So I'm going to do it. And hopefully I don't get punished for that. Doesn't appear that I did. Yeah, I can just buffer here. Aggregate does nothing on the bottom of the deck. It's unfortunate. But yeah, let's just buffer this turn. And I still have 1 buffer to protect me next turn. When they don't even attack. Okay. Try to deal damage on the one with less HP here so we can get it down to a 1v1. Although here, I think I have the damage to kill this guy. Let's cold snap first for the draw. Yeah, now I can aggregate and get 1 energy back. Woohoo! That's okay. We kill next turn. So no need to play that scam. And this, in spite of the fact that we got a Bottle Flame that I didn't want, it's turning into a decent Act 1. I think I take this second Cool-Headed, or this Cool-Headed rather. Second Frost Orb is what I was thinking. Yeah, give me a Cool-Headed. Always want more Frost. And it's great with Apotheosis. Draw 2. So this is an awesome turn. You get Apotheosis Aggregate turn 1. And some card draw. I guess this is slightly better. Doesn't really matter. The same damage from the Akabeko regardless. And I want a Sweeping Beam. Unfortunately didn't see Streamline. That's okay though. I think I just dual cast this. Double defend strike. Didn't even need to double defend. It was just fun, you know. And, 3 good options here. I already have the 2 Frost, so maybe Chill isn't that big of a deal. It's still good, though. Charge Battery is one of my favorite block cards on Defect. The extra energy is usually pretty helpful. But Self-Repair is healing. So I think we take the Self-Repair. And I can probably afford to upgrade something here. Which is probably going to be one of the powers since we have Apotheosis. Either the powers or the card draw is generally what you want to upgrade in an Apotheosis deck because you want to see your Apotheosis sooner. So yeah, let's get the buffer upgraded though. So I can always play that if I draw it turn 1. And yeah, already glad I made that decision. So this has got to be just Cool-Headed first. Sucks to miss the skim, but I think I'm okay with it. We could go digging for Apotheosis here. And I already have the 2 orb types in play. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Well, we got closer to Apotheosis. Kind of wondering if Buffer is actually wrong here. Because it's going to get wasted next turn. I think I'd rather have it for later in the fight. So let's Streamline here. Reduce the cost on that. And yeah, this is a pretty rough draw. Part of what I was afraid of here. We saw all our defense already. Hopefully we have enough health though. That's not going to matter too much. I think I'm just going to play this Self-Repair to get it out of the deck. Although it sucks to skip the strike on a Vuln turn there. Hopefully that was the right decision. With the draw we have, I think we're going to be able to get back to it fast enough. So this is Aggregate, gives me 1 energy. That's cool. And I'll compile. Beam Cell. Being a little stubborn today. I think what I do here is I Cold Snap, then Dual Cast to full block this. Then I'm going to Streamline Strike. Deal as much damage as possible and full block. Now I want to Skim, yeah? Yeah, Streamline being 0 cost means you want to skim as much as possible. And I guess we Cold Snap. And then I'm not sure if I should Cool Head. I probably shouldn't draw with no energy, right? And I think I'm willing to take 2 here to get that extra damage down with the Vuln. Hopefully 2 doesn't break me. Okay, now we get Streamline with Vuln. Finally. Lined up the way we wanted it to. And yeah, I actually don't hate having all these draw cards. Pretty solid deck so far. Which, you know, most Apotheosis decks are pretty solid. Here I'm just going to buffer defend. Because I don't think I was getting by that block anyway. And we win. Not bad. And Electrodynamics, I'm always a fan of. Much more so than All for One and Rainbow. Rainbow's not horrible. All for One is okay, I guess. We have the, you know, 3 sort of 4 0 cost. Not bad. But Electro's amazing, so it's an easy call for me. Even with no focus. I'm pretty much going to choose Electrodynamics all the time. I don't want Sozu with one potion. I don't want nuclear battery. And these upgrades don't matter that much, but just getting rid of 3 strikes seems like it matters quite a bit. And hopefully we get some cool upgraded powers or consume. Anything. Anything could be better than a strike, right? Okay. Well, we did get a power. It's innate, which I don't love. But I guess it makes Electro a lot better. Not a huge fan of Rip and Tear, although it's definitely a lot more damage than a strike is. And a second skim is great. So, all in all, pretty happy with that. Not a horrible result from the Astrolabe. I would have been happier, obviously, if I saw Focus, but you can have everything. Definitely want to go to a shop here. And I have some options for first elite. If I'm feeling really strong, I can go to that the first one and then get the fire afterwards. Or if I'm not feeling quite so strong, I can get the fire first. And then take 2 in a row maybe. And then get a fire and get a third one. Yeah, that looks like a pretty juicy path. But is it reasonable? I don't know. I don't know if it's reasonable. I think I draw first here. Looking for Apotheosis. Okay, that's good. So this allows me to full block. So I'm just going to Cold Snap, defend, defend. Not take damage. And hopefully see Apotheosis soon. Not my definition of soon. The bottom 4 cards. The aggregate being down there really sucks too. That's okay. I can defend, defend. We can take this nice and slow. Not taking damage yet. Okay. And this is actually a really good time for aggregate. So I can Apotheosis first, then aggregate. Gives me more energy. Then we'll compile. And I can still cool-headed, draw more. Looks like we're definitely playing buffer here. Although that might kind of be wasteful, huh? If I play buffer here and I don't defend, we lose it. We lose both of the buffers. So let's, I guess Sweeping Beam over Streamline here, which feels weird. I was hoping to get another orb so I could dual cast Frost for block. We didn't get that. So now I guess I just defend buffer. And I'll dual cast the Lightning. Lose one of the buffers, but we stay relatively safe. Now we get Beam Cell, Rip and Tear. It's pretty solid damage. And I'm going to skim here. And play Self Repair before I forget. Lose the other buffer, but hopefully we're winning this fight this turn. And I can actually heal here. Yeah, looks like we are. Easy peasy. Good fight. And, ooh, both good options. I think I like the Glacier a little bit more than I like the Charge Battery. For more Frost Gen. Free upgrade on the Charge Battery is cool, but it doesn't matter as much with Apotheosis. So I think I would take this, but not against the Glacier. And the game's going to give me focus now, yeah? Nah. No focus for you. Geez, this is a rough shop. Not very good relics. Nothing I want to mirror. Right? I guess mirror on buffer is kind of dope. Four stacks of buffer in my deck this early. Kind of tempting. It's definitely going to save us health. Yeah, let's do it. Really happy I upgraded that. For exactly this reason. And I guess I don't want removes as much now, huh? I don't hate the defense. I lost all my strikes. Rip and Tear can stay around. It's not my favorite attack. It's okay, though. And Storm with Electrodynamics isn't great, but it has enough potential that I don't think I'm going to remove it. Plus, we already have, you know, I just added another buffer, and we have the self-repair. So, it doesn't do nothing. Kind of wish it wasn't upgraded, to be honest. But we got what we got. I'll take an on sale go for the eyes here. And maybe a hologram too? Yeah, give me a hologram too. So also should maybe be eyeing some of these potions here. Although these aren't the greatest potions. Yeah. I'm going to hold out for better potions, I think. Okay. Well, I guess this is a remove. Does this ever remove dual cast? Maybe. I could see remove dual cast here. Since I only have the 3 orb slots, I kind of want the orbs to stay around and do things for me passively. Upgrade all defend seems kind of pointless with Apotheosis. So it's either remove a defend or remove dual cast. I guess dual cast has a little more versatility. And the fact that it's usually going to be 0 cost means I don't hate it as much. And we did just get the Glacier. Okay, I'm actually going to remove a defend. Not sure if it's the right decision. But I so rarely am sure if I'm making the right decisions. There's a potential we could take a lot of damage in this fight. Which means I kind of want to wait on the self-repair and get it upgraded before I play it. Although it is tempting to get that lightning orb from it right now. I think what I'm actually going to do is just Storm, Glacier, Cold Snap here. I want that 6 block from the 3 Frost Orbs. Yeah, and this is the reason why I want that. Because birds are jerks sometimes. There's got to be aggregate here, yeah. Gives me 1 energy back. Really wanted to see electrodynamics by now. Skim looking for electro. Or I guess buffer would actually be good here since the front one's doing 15. And we just take 6. But I already have a buffer in hand. So let's look for the electro. And if I don't get it, I'll just play buffer. Okay. Sucks to miss Apotheosis. If I play buffer, I take 5. If I play Apotheosis, I take a lot more than 5. Tough draw order here. We guaranteed get Electro next turn, though. I guess I'm okay with 5. And yeah, you could see why I waited on the self-repair. Although it might not matter, because I still haven't upgraded it. And if we bottom deck Apotheosis a second time, it's going to get a little iffy. Play Electro here. That's going to mostly block this. And I guess I just defend. Yeah. I definitely saw the future a little bit and that I was going to take a bunch of damage in this fight. Don't have the most consistent block here. Now the front one's dead though, right? So I can just Apotheosis. We aggregate here. Play the self-repair. Win the fight. And we get a weak potion. Not the greatest potion in the world. Do I want to recycle? Always tempting to take a recycle. I do have a lot of card draw. I don't have a lot of cards to target the recycle with, though. Like high cost things that I don't want to play. I might just take another cool-headed here. Although we already have the 2 skims. Huh. I'm going to take a gamble on this recycle. I'm not sure if it's good yet. Definitely has potential to be good later, though. Alright. Pretty solid turn 1 here. We get to aggregate, which means I can storm and electro. And might as well skim since I have so much energy. Definitely want to rip and tear, I think, with the Akabeko. So let's do that. Kind of wish it hit the other guy, but this is where we're at. And I can buffer this at least. So we're safe for 1 turn here. And hopefully we draw well enough to be safe for the next turn too. If I hologram aggregate, That gives me 2 energy back, so that's a net 0 energy since I have to spend 1 on the hologram in the aggregate. So I guess we just Glacier here, which full blocks. And I can even dual cast. Let's do that. Alright, now we're safe this turn, which is good. It means I probably just want to streamline here. Oh, and I can even win the fight thanks to Recycle. So, already in the first fight with Recycle, I'm happy I took it. And I think I take a Ball Lightning here. Even with no focus, I want one more source of lightning with the electrodynamics. Since I'm kind of frost heavy right now. Yeah, give me 1 Ball Lightning. And health's looking pretty good. I just realized I didn't get to play self-repair in that fight, which is a shame. But that could have gone really poorly if I tried to stall too long. Do I have anything I want to upgrade? I guess like self-repair or electro are really the only ones that matter. Let's take an elite. Okay. This is a scary elite. For sure. We need to get the Vuln on the back one. Might need to dupe pot to kill him here. So this is... Yeah, this kills him if I use a dupe pot. I think that's the time right now. So, he's gone. No longer an issue. Now I want a Cold Snap, and I guess I just play Storm here. We take a bit. Hopefully we can get the self-repair played in this fight, though. Okay. Buffer here is nice, I suppose. A Sweeping Beam first. Looking for Apotheosis. Could recycle the buffer and then skim. Kind of funny thing to do. Gonna say that's not worth it. Sucks to lose the buffers right on this turn. And it sucks that Electrodynamics is perpetually on the bottom of the deck. I'm used to it though. Let's see. This is gonna block 5. Really need Rip and Tear to be cool here. I guess I can hologram Streamline. Let's do that. Give me a better chance of killing this guy. And... God. Apotheosis and Electro on the bottom. It's really rough. I block more if I play Zap here. But then I have no chance of killing the front guy. And... I don't know. Do I trust Rip and Tear? I guess I'll trust Rip and Tear. Hey! Alright. Nice job, Rip and Tear. Maybe I'm wrong to doubt that card. Although I don't think that I am. I could be. Now we definitely aggregate. Keep playing cards here. And I actually want to stall this a little bit. Make sure I get that self-repair in. So. I can play 1 lightning, I think. Then we'll draw 2. Go for the eyes is fine. Just trying to be careful not to kill him before I get it back to the self-repair. I guess I could Sweeping Beam too. That's a lot of damage though. Better wait. Okay. We're good. Rip and Tear carried us in that fight. We get a boot for our trouble. Far from ideal. And do I want... I didn't take the second cool-headed last time, so I'll take it this time. Another good card. If I didn't already have 2 skims, I'd probably take the skim instead, but I think 2 skims is plenty usually. I'd rather have more Frost Gen. And yeah, let's keep taking elites. Because what's the worst that's going to happen? Apparitions is cool. And you get 5 of them on this low ascension. But that's a lot of max health. 38 max health. I'm going to have to refuse. They're tempting with Apotheosis though. Knowing that you can use them when you need to. Not have to worry about just playing them when you see them. So we aggregate. I'm going to get the storm in play, and then we glacier. I guess Akabeko streamline here. Compile. Beam cell. Should have compiled the streamline. It would have been better. I think I just defend ball lightning here. Over skimming. Yeah, we full block this turn anyway. Stinks to miss that skim though. Guess I have this skim. Might be a turn for the weak potion. See what skim draws. Okay. It's not a turn for the weak potion. First of all. Let's see. Hologram aggregate. Again, only gives me 2 energy. You guys are just glued to the bottom of the deck here. It's not very nice. I would prefer that not be the case. If I cold snap and buffer. Oh, I can't cold snap and buffer. So if I buffer, I lose both buffers. Guess I could use an energy potion to preserve a buffer here. It's not the greatest potion either. What if I hologram go for the eyes? That keeps the weaken up next turn. Although with buffer that won't matter, right? Really like to save some of these potions for the next elite too. I think I'm gonna cold snap. This is a tough call. I'm not sure what's right. Feels weird to skip the buffer, but it also feels weird to waste the buffer. And the only way I'm playing it and not wasting it is using the energy potion. So yeah, let's cold snap here. Then I guess I just defend. Take 1. Which is going to have to be fine. Should be the big hit this turn. And we did draw buffer for this turn. Okay. So I guess I'm kind of happy I did that way. This is Apotheosis, recycle to defend, play buffer, and rip and tear. Lose 1 buffer. Still have 1 for this turn. And I can play the other one too. That's cool-headed. Okay, we get to go for the eyes. That's awesome. Dual cast. It's going to block most of that for me. What if I electro? If I electro dual cast, that takes dual cast electro rather. That takes 0, I think. Whereas if I buffer right here, I take 5. So yeah, dual cast gives me 10 block. Electro is going to give me 15. And then buffer blocks the last 5. I also deal a bunch more damage that way. Okay. Probably hologram skim. Looking for self-repair, aggregate. Looking for a lot of stuff. And I can always hologram the glacier. Could also just hologram buffer here. Although that doesn't do that much, does it? Yeah, hologram skim. Okay. Gotta be recycled glacier now. And I think I just need to try to win this fight at this point. Yeah. We win. Oh, and we get the self-repair too. Awesome. Cool. That went better than expected. The good relics continue with the Dreamcatcher. I don't know what I did. The Spire has been giving me some really rough relics lately, though. Boot and Dreamcatcher back to back. I guess my Act 1 relics were okay. Do I want a Sunder is what I'm trying to think of right now. It's not bad. Works good with Recycle, too. Yeah, give me a Sunder. And, yeah, more amazing relics. This is an easy skip for me. I don't want the blue candle. The good relics are coming, though. I'm going to keep fighting elites. Because I know, eventually, the good relics have to show up, right? They have to. It's the best way to do this. Storm buffer. Or just buffer takes 14, rather. I'm going to, let's see. I don't have Frost in hand, so Compile's only drawing one. Let's draw that one. Ooh, okay, perfect. That worked out really well. Still can't kill the bat guy. Quite. Unless lightning wants to be cooperative. Which maybe it will. Maybe it'll want to do that. No, it still doesn't matter. Trying to decide if I want to use weak potion here. And also if I want to play self-repair. I think the answer to both those questions is yes. So, weak potion only saves health if I put it on the bad guy. Guess it only saves 4. Maybe that was a waste. Not the greatest potion, though. And we get buffer again, which means I'm safe this turn. That's kind of cool. I do have to waste Beam Cell here to get that kill. I suppose I'm fine with it, though. And yeah. This is the third elite in a row where Apotheosis and Electrodynamics have been on the bottom. Well, I guess they're here now. So that's something to be happy about. Definitely go for the eyes on you. Gotta Electro. And I think Rip and Tear just wins this, yeah? Unless it hits the bat guy once. I needed to hit the front guy. At least one time. If it hits the bat guy twice, it doesn't do anything for me. Well, I mean, it saves me 7 health, but it doesn't matter. We win. Cool, cool. Potion belt. And a potion. Can't say I hate those. I want a third copy of Skim now. Alternatively, I could take Rainbow, which is efficient orb gen. I still have my dual cast, which makes dark okay. Kind of don't think I want any of these, though. Third copy of Skim seems excessive, especially when I already have the 2 cool headeds and the compile driver. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe you just keep taking Skim as many times as you can. I'm going to skip here. And no reason to rest. Let's keep taking elites. Because the relics are slowly getting better. Do I ever upgrade Aggregate for early on? I don't know about that. I'm going to keep upgrading the powers. So let's get Electro upgraded for 1 extra lightning orb. Because we have to draw it early eventually, right? Yeah, we do have to, eventually. That eventually is not right now, though. Seems like a time for the energy potion, maybe? Guess that's fine. Yeah, I think this is energy potion territory. Because I'd like the Glacier. I'd like not to waste the buffer yet, though. Was what, like, decent odds? Decent odds to kill the front guy with lightning, which means we take 11. I guess I can deal with that. Gonna suck if it doesn't kill him, though. I don't think I need to play Storm here, though. And it did kill him. Okay, cool. Take 11 is fine. I'm fine with it anyway. These cards, man. They can be on the top. It's a thing that can happen. I've seen it happen. But you wouldn't know it from these elite fights. This is my 5th elite this act, and it has yet to happen once. And I'm not salty about it at all. I'd probably skim looking for one of those, yeah. Hologram skim. Although if I hologram skim into Electro, I can't play it. Oh boy. So I need to hologram an attack to kill the sneaky gremlin. And we still take a bunch of damage. Man, this is a brutal draw order. I do want to kill the sneaky. So then we just take 6. Yeah, I don't quite kill him here. Which means I need to hologram. I guess Sweeping Beam is the best option. Although I'm going to be pissed if it draws something I don't want it to. Let's actually get Cold Snap back. Yeah, that blocks more for me too. Okay, so I don't take anything here. And I preserve a buffer. And Electrodynamics. Better late than never. Happy to see you. And the Gremlin Leader takes a turn off from attacking. Okay. Things are looking good. In spite of the fact that these draw orders have been absolutely horrendous. That dual cast might have been the wrong move there. Maybe I wanted those lightning in play for this turn. I think we're fine though. We'll Sunder there. Beam Cell, Cool-Headed. Oh, Aggregate first, then Cool-Headed. Then Sweeping Beam. Buffer, Cold Snap. Alright. Shape, and we even get Self-Repair played. So, that was a pretty good fight. In spite of, you know, me bitching about draw order the whole time. Things actually worked out. Although, am I speaking too soon here? Kind of need an attack. Okay. We're good. That'd be crazy to take 3/14 when he has 1 health. Could you imagine? Boy, if I wasn't salty before, that sure would have made me salty. Another Glacier? I don't see why not. Makes it a better recycle target if I have 2 of them. Yeah. Glacier's good. And let's finally get that self-repair upgraded so I can play it turn 1 more consistently. Could also have considered resting for a card reward there, which is kind of silly. I don't know if that's ever the play. Ooh, this is a really strong Rip and Tear. 18 twice sounds pretty good. But do I need that energy to block? I think I'm actually better off if I Ball Lightning dual cast, which is unfortunate. Yeah, because if I Rip and Tear defend, I'm blocking, what's that? 11, 16. Take 8. Whereas if I Ball Lightning dual cast, we block 17, 19. It's only 3 health. I'm going to take the damage for 3 health. We have self-repair after all. It's a lot of damage too. Hard to ignore the Akabeko Rip and Tear combo, which I can't say I have used frequently. Certainly not a fan of Rip and Tear normally, but guess it's pulling its weight here. This is just buffer zap full blocks, yeah? Yeah. Buffer zap sounds good then. And I still haven't played self-repair, although it's here now. So that's good. Did I actually gain a point of health off of this fight? Not something that usually happens with Snake Plant. We get a fairy, which is awesome, and a loop, which is also awesome. Yeah. Considering my lack of focus or orb slots, I'm going to take this loop. And I guess that immediately becomes my upgrade. I was also thinking maybe upgrade Aggregate so I can, you know, use it more efficiently with that. You know, every time I try to hologram it, it's not enough energy. and having it pre-upgraded would maybe make that less of an issue sometimes. But I think it's just keep getting the powers upgraded. So that's what I'm going to do. Loop Plus is a good addition to the deck. Make my orbs do a little more work. And surely we're going to see some focus sometime, right? I would love a Consume. I would love a Defrag. Obviously, Bias Cog after this fight would be great. I'm not fussy. Any focus. I'll be very pleased to see it. I would also like to be able to block this turn, but I guess that's not a thing that's happening. So let's just go max aggro. I guess I'll put one Frost Orb in play. It's lightning there, cool-headed. And I don't really care if they steal something from me, because I'm going to get it right back. Yeah. And having two buffers here is pretty awesome, because that allows me to more easily save one for the Hyper Beam turn. So I think I'm safe playing this right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, this turn. Aggregate being on the bottom, like, bro. Love to see it. I'd like to not waste both of these buffers if at all possible. I guess what makes that possible is Hologram Glacier. So let's do that. Yeah, full block. Save both the buffers. And I don't want to lose any of these cards with recycle, so I'll just keep them around. Now I can play Loop. I guess Glacier. Put the lightning in front so we can get damage with the Loop. Since we're already buffering this Hyper Beam, I don't care about looping the Frost Orb. And now Aggregate, showing its true potential. I think I want to hologram that. Try to strip Artifact here. Keep drawing. I mean, I guess we just Sunder, yeah? Sunder Streamline. Could recycle a Glacier to Sweeping Beam and then potentially play whatever I draw with that. I don't think it's necessary, though. So, we blocked the first Hyper Beam successfully. That's really cool. And yeah, I want that lightning to stay in front. So, well... Stinks to miss the zap. Could dual cast here. Then I'm looping Frost. I guess actually with the double attack coming next turn, I don't hate looping Frost. Give me a chance to preserve this buffer, even though I have the second one. Okay. So, we go for the eyes. Not looking good for preserving buffer. It's still not impossible, though. Let's see. We zapped there. Yeah, not looking good, is it? Well, what if I just block twice? Block twice does it. Let's skim first. Okay, I'm good with that. What if I just cold snap? That is going to block an extra 2, which puts me up to 23. 23 and 8 is 31. So I do need to double defend here. That's okay. I'll double defend Rip and Tear. And keep my buffer. And keep chipping him down with lightning. Do I actually recycle the buffer to play Sunder and Streamline? That just kills, right? Yeah, it does. Cool, cool. Fight went well. And I can have a third copy of buffer. I mean, it's pretty great. Sure. I don't need coffee drip. Or I don't need to heal. Coffee dripper seems pretty free. Means we're never getting any use out of that dream catcher. Boo-hoo. We already have the sapphire key, so cursed key isn't horrible either. But I don't think I've needed to heal so far, so let's just take coffee dripper. Now I don't have to remove a curse. I can spend all my money on buying focus, which is totally going to be a possibility. I'm positive of it. Get 3 more elites this act too. That's pretty cool. I wish there was a way to get the late shop. Well, I guess there is, actually. I can start right and then veer left. Still potentially get 3 elites. Although it's a lot less friendly of a 3 elite path. I do like that there's another shop at the end, since I have so much money. And I can always change my mind if I spend all my money in the first shop and go the way I was looking originally, which is to the right. Elite, fire, elite, fire, elite. Like that. Yeah, let's start over here. And I'll make my decision once I have more information. Glacier full blocks here. So we play that. Full blocking is the exact amount I want to block. And could recycle Sunder to keep going. I'm just going to cool-head it, I guess. I mean, why am I even cool-heading, right? To draw a card that I can't play? No, let's not do that. Let's be patient and wait. Yeah, and I'm glad I did. Well, I guess I would have drawn the Cold Snap. It wouldn't have really mattered. Let's Akabeko that Rip and Tear. Just been putting in some serious work this run. Can't say I hate it. I've actually been very impressed with that Rip and Tear. Which is a card I almost never pick. But clearly the Astrolabe knows better than I do. Because I've been liking that thing a lot. This is just Glacier to full block, yeah. Which means I have to skip Streamline, which sucks. But I don't want to take damage. I want to heal the full. So let's do that. And now I can just hologram any old attack and win. Second go for the eyes. Don't hate it, actually. I don't want a sweeping beam or a boot sequence. But yeah, give me a second go for the eyes. That'll probably be the last one of those I take. Just make the weekend a little bit more consistent. And boy, I wish this Sunder was upgraded. Because then I could kill that Exploder right now. Let's see if maybe I can do that anyway. If I dual cast and one of the lightning hits him. Come on, lightning orb, one time. Alright. You didn't have to go that hard. I'll take it, though. That works, too. Let's see. I guess with 4 energy, skim. And cool-headed here. Okay, that's fine. Cold snap and defend. Nothing I want to hologram. Yeah, just defend. Take 0. And once we get electrodynamics, this fight should be pretty free. So we'll just keep playing skim until that happens. Aggregate here for the energy. Cool-headed. And I guess I don't want to draw now. So we'll just ball lightning. Hopefully I don't regret getting rid of that one frost orb. We're good. This electrodynamics has perpetually been on the bottom of the deck. The entire goddamn run, it feels like. Apotheosis, too. Both these cards, super bashful. Don't really like it that much, if I'm being honest. It's okay, though. We're getting by without it. And everything's going to turn around for me. As soon as we get some focus. Which is definitely going to happen soon. Streamline. Alright. We're nice and safe this fight anyway. I can even play this because of my buffer. physical attack the stupid spiker and not even care about it. Considering a second copy of Beam Cell here. Yeah, I have 2 go for the eyes. We do a lot of physical damage. Yeah, give me 1 more Beam Cell. And focus, please. Well, capacitor is kind of like focus. It's more orbs, which I don't hate. Probably buy that. Also buy Master Strategy. That's pretty awesome. Give me the capacitor. Give me the Master Strategy. And more potions I don't really want. Like, these are fine potions. I'm not going to buy them, though. I'd rather have a focus potion. Or even a potion of capacity, honestly. Something that can help me with the late game. Ancient potion would be great here. So I'm going to save my money. And I think based on the low quality of that shop, I would like to see another shop. So let's go to the left here. We still get our same 3 elites, except one of them is later. And yeah, the one fire we can recall at. And hopefully we keep, you know, having good health numbers here. Haven't been taking much damage. And I'd like it to stay that way. I don't think I can full block here, though. Which is a bit unfortunate. I guess we Beam Cell there, and then I'm just going to Storm. Buffer. Yeah. Keep me safe. Through next turn, hopefully. Although they can multi-hit, so it's not a sure thing. He's already weak. I'm looking at hologram, the go for the eyes for the other guy here. Let's see what we draw this way. Okay. Yeah, now I think hologram go for the eyes is just to kill. It does seem like a little bit of a waste, but keeps me from taking damage and saves a buffer, so I'm cool with it. And yeah, somebody who's not me might be complaining about the electrodynamics and apotheosis right now, but I wouldn't ever do that. They just, you know, they're doing their thing. They don't need to be here. We're doing fine without them. Even though they're on the bottom literally every fight. Oh boy. I think if I zap here I full block. Yeah, just barely. Keep my buffer, thank you very much. Hey, look who it is. Nice to see ya. How you been? Back one dies and we're full blocking the front, so I'm just gonna buffer here. Yeah. Actually, the front one dies too because I forgot I had Storm in play. And, though very stressful, with my draw orders, we actually have another free fight. So, I should just stop complaining. Do I have enough powers for heat sinks now? I must, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Although Storm doesn't really count since we play it early. This barrage is also not horrible. With the capacitor I newly acquired. Although even if I upgrade this before I play it, that's what? 6x6, 36 damage before Vuln? It's not horrible. Don't know that I need it. What I need is focus. I'm gonna go heat sinks here. I would take that barrage up against a lesser card. And boy am I glad I took a second go for the eyes. Because I don't want to lose capacitor or aggregate. So, see ya. Now I'll take another one if I see one. And I think that's just a good example of why you don't mind a little bit of redundancy in your deck. Especially the bigger the deck gets, right? Just go buffer loop here, I guess. Hopefully we don't need that self-repair, although we might. Do a big hit. Okay, nice job. Nemesis is being cool. Always nice when that happens. Obviously, I don't mind that big hit for 45 with the buffer. You can do that possibly 4 more times before I'm going to be upset about it. Guess we aggregate skim here. Get the Apo. Stinks to miss that go for the eyes. Yeah, now Electro shows up on time. In a fight where it doesn't really matter. I guess Sweeping Beam. And I have the loop down, right? Yeah. Intangible next turn means I think I would rather have a Frost in front. No reason not to keep using these, though. I could even hologram one of them if I so choose. No reason not to, right? I could also, nah. I was thinking hologram recycle to get 2 more energy, but then I don't have any draw anyway, so it's not really worth it. So yeah, let's just cold snap here. Does the most damage. And we have 2 buffers. Plus 10 passive block. He's being very respectful and doing his big hits against my buffers. I appreciate it. Nemesis. You're such a cool guy. I do want to get Zap in for next turn, though. Get Lightning in, rather. For dealing damage time. And yeah, who knew 4 copies of buffer, or not, I guess 3 copies of buffer, was a powerful thing you could have. Pretty crazy. Blocking all damage. Turns out is actually pretty good. Tempting to streamline here. Need to waste 1 buffer to do it. I think that's probably pretty safe. Try to get this fight over with. Yeah, see, he doesn't even want to attack me here. Nemesis wants no piece of me. Oh, and I have the boot. I forgot the almighty boot. So I can just deal massive damage with that. Massive. Massive damage is what I deal with that. Give me the 0 cost something. Doesn't matter. Not streamline yet, so I guess Beam Cell. Take my 5. Amazing. I shit talk the boot, and look what it's doing for me. Allowing me to kill Nemesis easily. Ginger's pretty cool. Helps in the late game for sure. Do I want a turbo? I think, yeah, I don't hate another energy card. I just have the 1 aggregate, and this deck's pretty big. And I have a shitload of draw, so yeah, give me a turbo. Oh, and we gotta deal with this guy. This fucking guy. No reason not to master strat here. I would like to wait and play this after it gets upgraded, which is probably going to happen someday, right? Let's play Heat Sink, Storm. Oh, aggregate. Cool, cool, cool. Let's play even more cards. Beam Cell here. Okay, that's good. Glacier. Full blocks. I'll Beam Cell again. Hopefully I don't regret it. I'm regretting it. No, we're good. Apotheosis Glacier. Take nothing. And we get him vulned for later, which is good. This Streamline is scary to play. Probably need to, though. Want it to be cheaper. And I think I can block that, right? Probably, maybe, kind of, sort of. Sucks to recycle Sunder here. I think I want to, though. Because I would like to keep taking 0 if at all possible. Yeah. So now what? Now I can do the silly hologram aggregate things. Or just hologram Glacier. Kind of like to play the buffer, though. What if I zap dual cast? What's my block look like then? Then I just hologram full blocks for me then? Hologram aggregate lets me play buffer and defend. Well, I guess I don't even need to defend, do I? Hologram does it. Haven't seen turbo yet, huh? That's weird. I'm just gonna buffer. Ooh, I could rip and tear. I don't think that's right. That's a dangerous move. Don't want to reroll his intent and get cursed needlessly, like he's trying to do to me right now. I think I actually want a cold snap before I play capacitor here, because I want it to evoke that frost and block for me. Yeah, now we capacitor. And I'm losing a buffer charge. But do I care? I'm trying to decide if I'd rather play Electro. I think I would. I want the damage. We should be pretty safe in this fight. He's almost dead already. And I got a whole buffer stack protecting me. Skim with turbo becomes amazing. Aggregate is pretty good too. And blocking 12 is kind of easy. Play that. That's fine. Hologram skim. I see no reason not to. Beam cell. That's okay. Also mostly okay. Alright. Yeah, we got a buffer. We're good. Let's just buffer self-repair here. Let the lightning orbs do their thing. I think we just kill, yeah? Yeah, I can even turbo and keep playing cards. Easy peasy. Gambler's Brew is great. And do I want another cold snap? I have the 2 glaciers. Probably not. I don't think I need another turbo or another compile. Deck's getting kind of big. What I'd really love to see is, oh, I don't know, maybe some focus. I've heard it's a thing that exists in this game. You just get focus, and it like makes your orbs better. I have yet to see that. I haven't been seeing it a lot recently. In fact, I think I had this same problem last time I played Defect. I'm now remembering. And I was just as happy about it then. I guess we turbo here. Seems pretty safe. I just want to play like all these cards, right? So I want a Glacier. And then I have 6 energy left. Could recycle the defend for a 7th energy. And I'm not using it anyway. So in ascending order, we go Ball Lightning, then Streamline, then Sunder. Pretty solid turn. I get to loop and buffer. And yeah, I forgot, with all the buffers, Giant Head is going to be mostly a non-issue. Because he only attacks for 1 big hit every time. And yeah, that's exactly what we are geared to defend against. I guess Beam Cell, right? I want him Vuln so I can deal damage. And I'd like not to waste the buffer. I guess that's happening though. Sucks to use one that early on just a 13. Didn't quite have the block though. And hopefully he's going to be dead soon anyway. Heat sinks first for the draw. Then we capacitor, glacier, full blocks. And then I can just beam cell, dual cast, zap. Okay. Now we're really getting into the heat of things, doing 40 to me. But I have 5 stacks of buffer, so what do I care? We still got a ways to go before he can actually hurt me. I guess I'm drawn 2? Guess so. That sucks. Would have liked to have these next turn. Hopefully it's not going to matter though. Just gotta kill the Giant Head. Old Teddy boy. Guess I'm gonna turbo Glacier. Then we'll beam cell, Ball Lightning, Sunder for a nice amount of damage. And yeah, he's not getting by the buffers anytime soon. Nice easy fight. We get a fruit juice and a symbiotic virus. That's pretty cool. Get rid of the Snecko oil because it's unreliable. And these are not focus cards, so I'm not going to take them. Question card. Better late than never, I suppose. It's it might give me one extra card to look at. We can get some combats coming up here though. In these event rooms. Yeah, so question card helping out here. I'm gonna fight these guys. Our health's fine. Should be pretty easy with all the buffers. Although this is rough. Let's Akabeko the sweeping beam here first of all. Glacier full blocks a front guy, which means I can Glacier buffer and be fine this turn. No reason not to play this, just for the damage. And I guess I want to kill the one with less health first. So yeah, Glacier full blocks the front hit, and then buffer blocks the back hit. And we're even charging up a Dark Orb here, which is probably going to be pretty good damage. Yeah, especially if I have buffer loop here. That's going to be really good damage. And it sucks to miss these skims. I guess I have an energy potion I could use. And using a potion in this fight is pretty reasonable. So yeah, I'm going to use that here to play Electrodynamics. That seems just like a thing that you do. And I guess I don't want to draw into Apotheosis right now when I can't play it. A little scary that the buffers are gone. But we got the powers in play. This is a solid aggregate here. Gives me a little bit more energy. Wish I could draw more. Although I can draw some with self-repair. Apotheosis shows up. And yeah, it looks like I'm taking a decent amount of damage here. Which sucks. This is a hard fight though. And we drew very poorly, so I'm not surprised this has been the outcome. I think I can get away with this because the lightning in the front kills the other guy. Yeah, we're good. Alright, and we get a mango, so not horrible. I'll take a Recursion Plus with that Dark Orb we have now. And it's just, you know, good orb gen in general. Versatile. Can be whatever I want it to be. And a Transform. Lose another defend feels kind of weird. With Electro, I don't think it's lose the zap. Although maybe Storm makes that more feasible. And with the Dark Orb, it's definitely not lose dual cast. You can also see weirdly losing Streamline. Although it's not bad damage. Hasn't been doing what I want it to. Does feel scary transforming a defend though. But we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna guess. And maybe it's focus. Okay. That didn't work. Another capacitor, also not focus. Maybe there's focus in this power potion. That could be a thing. Definitely want Ancient Potion for the end game. Or, you know, for a bias cog out of that power potion. Chemex does nothing for us here. In fact, all these kind of do nothing for us. I don't want to remove anything. So yeah, let's drink this fruit juice. I'm going to buy Power Potion and Ancient Potion. And do I want one more capacitor? Sure, right? I mean, it draws, it's power, gives me orb slots, which are helpful. Sure. One more capacitor. That'll be it, though. Do I take Discovery and get my focus that way? Kind of a funny option. I don't think I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to get my focus from Nemesis. He's going to give me a bias cognition right now. I feel like that's maybe a thing. It's definitely a thing that could happen. I don't know that it will. Looks like I'm taking damage from Nemesis, which is unpleasant. Maybe use a regen potion here. I haven't really been paying attention to my potions. We're not taking that much, right? And I can heal back 10. If I get a potion, though, I'm going to be sad I didn't use this. I'm going to drink it now. Should be a long enough fight that we can get all the health out of it, if nothing else. And yeah, a weird scenario where I actually want Nemesis to be doing the big hits. He doesn't want any part of that, though. Do I actually just recycle Glacier to double buffer here? Feels kind of wasteful. But if I play Glacier, I evoke that Dark Orb on an intangible turn, and that also seems wasteful. And I don't like just defend hologram. That seems really horrible. So yeah, let's play the buffers. Oh, I forgot about Storm. Well, I wasted my Dark Orb anyway. So let's just be extra wasteful. At least I have one buffer for this turn. That's pretty nice. I get to play Sunder. Definitely want to play buffer here. I don't know if Sunder's even worth it. I guess I can turbo to play them all, right? Let's do that. Yeah, weird scenario for sure, where I want Nemesis to be doing the big hits, and he just doesn't want to. It's like, I don't want to do that. I want you to take a bunch of damage. Guess I heat sinks here. Really glad I used that regen potion. So we're taking a lot. Fission, huh? And again, you know, every fucking elite I fight, these two are on the bottom. Unreal. I mean, I don't care as much about Electro this fight, but Apotheosis would be nice to see that. Theoretically would be pretty cool. It is a thing that can happen. You can draw the cards you need on an early turn. Feels pretty great too. I've heard. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta just win here, right? Yeah, easy peasy. And a second ancient potion. Okay, so I'm really glad I used that regen potion, even though I wasted one of the points of health from it. And yeah, Equilibrium sounds awesome. Good block card. Gives me retain for a turn. I wouldn't hate the barrage either, but I think I need defense more than I need offense at this point. And I guess one of the capacitors or the buffer, or honestly Fission. That Fission upgrade could be pretty good. Help me get to the Apotheosis, right? Then I just rely on Apotheosis to play all of these. Yeah, let's do that. Heat sinks is another thing that could have potentially been a good decision. It's not the one we made though. Yikes. I think I heat sinks first to draw, then play Storm. Okay, Glacier here. Saves me from taking 1,000,000 at least. Well, we're still taking a lot. To the old Time Eater. Alrighty. Definitely got a skim here. Go for the eyes is good. We play Beam Cell first, though. And yeah, it sucks to waste that Dark Orb. I played Storm, though, didn't I? Yeah, I remember that this time. So we are wasting the Dark Orb. So just play your Frost. And stop taking damage. Like an idiot. And I'll play this one buffer. Yeah, that's good. Time Meter does big hits, too, so having a buffer in play early is theoretically good. Although that's purely theoretical here. Oh, man. Well, what do I want? Guess hologram just blocks a little bit. No, it doesn't even, does it? Oh, no, it does. Yeah. It blocks the first 8. So let's do that. Doesn't matter what I hologram. I can't play it. Oh, no, I forgot about Time Eater's gain strength mechanic, so it didn't block anything. Cool. Sure would be nice if I knew how the game worked. Can't have everything, though. Okay, turbo here's great. That lets me skim. And I definitely want to get these capacitors in play, since it's the only thing keeping me alive is my frost and my buffers, I guess. Probably want to play Streamline so the old Time Eater can quit blazing it. And I'm going to Fission here to potentially get other powers in play. Yeah, this works good. Don't need to aggregate here. Or do I? Maybe I actually do aggregate here, because then I can equilibrium. I guess I'm only playing 3 more cards anyway, though, right? So let's just buffer, capacitor, and dual cast. Yeah, I think I'd rather use recursion on the frost. So let's dual cast. Now I can aggregate on this turn and play a bunch of cards, which is potentially going to be pretty good. Getting the Glacier down helps a lot. And we can cool-head it here. Might as well buffer. I don't want to waste it, though. And it feels like it's getting wasted if I use it here. Yeah, I'd rather hologram the Glacier. Get these orb slots filled up. And then leave myself 3 for next turn, I guess. We're full blocking here. Play the self-repair to get it out of the deck. Yeah. Hopefully playing 3 cards this turn is enough. I actually don't hate that lightning orb in front for damage either. So yeah, let's... Although I'm going to want it to be frost soon here. Streamline. Cool-headed. And gotta be defend. Gotta be defend. Yeah, we still lose the buffer. We don't take anything this turn, though. The Time Eater's almost below half. Getting there, anyway. Definitely want to skim with the turbo in hand. Drawing that void sucks. It's okay, though. So I can still sunder, rip, and tear. And, oh. Maybe that wasn't the play. I guess move the frost forward, since it blocks a little for me. Taking a big chunk of damage there, though. At 24 smarts. And this, I don't think I'm ever killing. It's cool-headed, see if I can get some energy. Yeah, we got negative energy. Awesome. So I'm not even going to play the Rip and Tear here. It doesn't matter. Time Eater's healing. Leave myself the most flexibility next turn. Hopefully I don't lose the Fairy to this fight. Buffer here is huge. Master of Strat first. I'll aggregate to Glacier. Buffer. Equilibrium. Full block without the buffer. Retain all this for next turn. So then I can get Vuln twice. Go for the eyes. Sweeping Beam. I'm going to skim since I have the turbo. Yeah, play Streamline, definitely. Probably want a hologram Streamline and play that again. So we just need to kill here. Probably want to play... Keep playing cards till it's 12. So dual cast the Frost. Maybe should have played Frost first and then dual cast. I'm going to Glacier here though, and I think we're good. Might lose the buffer by 1. No, I don't. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. I totally know how to do math. Let's draw 2. See the fact that I have a bunch of orb slots is actually enough here. Without these orb slots, I think I definitely lose the fairy in this fight. But we don't have to worry about that reality because it's not the one we live in. We live in the kill with Sunder reality. And surely this last shop is going to have some focus for me to help me beat Act 4. Which I don't know if I'll be able to do without. But we did clear the Ascension. So that means next time we have to go through this with Ascender's Bane. And things are going to start to get really hairy. Top 10 Ascensions where things get real. Don't need to buy a potion, which is nice. Probably upgrade heat sinks, I guess. Help me get to Apotheosis, theoretically. Hey, look at this card. That's a weird card. What does that do? Yeah, I guess I take that. And maybe a dupe potion? Yeah, and then just use a dupe potion on this against the heart. Which I guess means get rid of an artifact potion. Because I have the ginger to block one of the debuffs. So that means we only get frail, I think. I forget which order the heart's debuffs go in. We block one of them with ginger, and then we block the other one with this ancient potion. You know, assuming there isn't a bias cog in here. So yeah, give me the dupe pot. Give me the defragment. And now I can stop bitching and moaning about how I haven't been offered any focus this whole run. They gave me a whole point of focus. And it's actually 2 because of Apotheosis. So what am I complaining about even? Let's see. I think I need to go looking for energy with Master Strat. Let's do that. Oh, and we got energy. Cool, cool. So I'm just going to Electro first, I think. So everything hits both of them. And then this is going to draw 3. That's good. I'm trying to decide if I want to draw more or if I want to like play Storm first, maybe. I would draw more by doing like Compile Driver when I still have Lightning and Frost or something. Like, yeah, maybe play Glacier first. And then Fission, because it's going to block for me. I think that's a better thing to do. So, Glacier. Play Fission. Still draws me the same 3. And we get Turbo. Amazing. This is a very good start to this fight. I already saw Electro and Apotheosis. So, they were just on the bottom for the whole run to be on the top now. And I'm totally fine with that. Let's see. Probably play Heat Sinks. I'm just trying to decide the play order here. I think it's actually Storm first, then Heat Sinks, then Capacitor. Defrag, which I'm not going to double in this fight. I'm thinking about recycling that Glacier, though, for 2 energy. To make playing Buffer easier. Yeah, because then I can Cool-Headed to get Frost. Let's do that. Recycle Glacier. Cool-Headed first. Looking for, like, Aggregate or something. Then I think just Cool-Headed Buffer. If I do that, I waste both of the buffers on the 6x2. Maybe Cool-Headed and then block instead of buffer. Yeah. Because we're blocking 28 here, which means just 1 defend. 1 defend full blocks for me. So do I actually want to skim looking for Aggregate and maybe make the turn even longer? Since the 1 energy, I guess the 1 energy on Compile draws 2, but I'd rather draw 4 with it, right? The damage isn't as important. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, we didn't get Aggregate. That's fine, though. I'm still going to full block with Defend. And I guess I'm actually going to dual cast here to take the damage before Shield starts being a jerk and blocking for them. take 0 turn 1 is pretty awesome against this fight. I won't complain about it. Then we get Go for the Eyes here. That's amazing. We just Ball Lightning, Equilibrium, and Loop, I guess. And then we have Aggregate for next turn. Take a tiny bit here. We can heal it back, though. Hopefully I have something. Yeah, I get Beam Cell to turn around. That's very important. I wish I had Draw, though. Oh, wait, I do. I do have Draw. Plus, I could Hologram Draw, but I don't think I need to. So, we turn around with Beam Cell here. Then I'll play Zap just because it costs 0. So, yeah, Capacitor and Self-Repair lets me aggregate to get a shitload more energy. And then I can buffer to full block this. I could even, yeah, we have a lot of draw. Hologram Aggregate and play that again. 13 energy sounds like a good amount to have. And I'll buffer here. Might as well buffer again. Then I guess Recursion on the Frost. Maybe that was the wrong play. Maybe I should have played Recursion on Lightning first. Let's Cool-Headed. Okay, that works. Sweeping Beam here. Then I can Sunder you. Rip and Tear. And then I can Recursion. We just win. This went amazingly well. Very happy about it. And we get a purr, a tasty purr. I don't think I want the Dex Potion. I think all my other potions are way better here. Yeah. Well, potentially. Power Potion could be junk, but I'm going to hope it's going to be Focus and not junk. And these I don't think I need. Tempest is potentially pretty silly. If I do that thing I just did, Hologram Aggregate and get a shitload of energy, but I don't think it's that important. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be that important. Fission turn 1 is great, especially with Glacier again. I think I probably just play this Glacier and Fission right away. Okay. Wonder if it's ever double loop. Probably not, right? I actually think I don't want to play any of these cards. So this might actually be the time for the Gambler's Brew. Yeah, because I want cards that give me orbs, and I just have the one Cold Snap here. Maybe I play that and then gamble. I mean, it doesn't matter. I can just hold the gambler. There, I can just not gamble that card if I want. Yeah, I think more important than playing Loop is getting Apotheosis. And then we'll get back to Loop and play it then. So, gamble all of this. Give me Apotheosis. Thank you. Perfect. Now we play Apotheosis. Now I can even hologram the Loop. We're saving the dupe pot for Defragment. Oh, I just realized I fucked up. I should have used the power potion before I played Apotheosis, so I could have the upgraded power. That's okay. I'm going to drink this now. Ooh, pretty hard punish on that too. Cost me a point of focus with Bias Cog. I think I do like this Bias Cog more than the Echo Form though. Yeah, especially since I have the Artifact Potion. It's a shame I don't have 2 Artifact Potions, and I could just double this. I have 8 focus for the whole fight. I think this is going to be fine though. So we drink the Ancient Potion, play the Bias Cog. Then I want Cool Headed. Getting the Capacitor down is good. And I have Turbo in hand, so I can keep drawing cards for a long time. And that sounds like a thing to do. I'll play this Beam Cell and Master Strat. Yeah. This is even more energy, and it doesn't give me a Void. I can play Glacier here. And then what? Kind of tempting to just get the other powers out of the way. Haven't played Heat Sinks yet. I have Turbo, let's skim. Okay. I'll use one of these buffers here in case it's a big hit. I think that's probably right. Maybe I actually save that, though. With all the frost in play, maybe it's better to save the buffers for later in the fight. I'm not really sure. Although we are getting all the debuffs this turn, aren't we? Let's turbo, buffer, hologram, glacier is the decision I've made and I'm going to stick to. Not sure if it's the right one. We do have a lot of block though. And it is the big hit. So this worked perfectly. So we buffer the 67. I can equilibrium here to retain all this, which I definitely want to do. We want to go for the eyes next turn. And I think I just play heat sinks and skim. Hold all these for next turn. We'll dupe pot the defrag next turn. And I have a defend card to use. Cool, cool. Good start to this fight. I'm feeling good about beating the heart here. It's not something I usually get to say. So we definitely defend because of buffer there. Although we're most likely going to lose it to this 3x15. Although it's only going to be a 2x15. Because of go for the eyes. Play beam cell first. So yeah, I don't think we lose it. Especially when I dupe pot the defrag. Okay. Now I think I just defend here. I can get an energy by recycling the slime. And yeah, we block way more than 30. So I can just streamline this. Deal damage. Very nice start to this fight. Hopefully we can preserve the fairy. Let it be free later on. Trying to decide if it's just glacier self-repair or if I want to skim looking for cards. I think the fact that we already that the void is in hand here makes it a little safer. Although if I don't get energy, it just kind of becomes pointless, right? And I have to defend before I skim because of Bee of Death, because I want that buffer in case it does a big hit first again. And I guess I don't really need to play Glacier, right? Yeah, let's just do this. Defend, skim. Okay, we didn't get energy, which means I'm just going to self-repair. I'm actually kind of sad I did that way too, because we missed the go for the eyes. Although the artifact is going to be there anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. Just play these for damage. Okay. Should be pretty safe here. I can hologram one of my debuff cards. Doesn't matter which, because of the artifact. Let's see. I mean, we auto-block this. We don't even need the buffer. Which is pretty crazy. Guess I'll cool-headed here. Looking for... Oh, I definitely want to play Capacitor, too. Let's do that. Oh, we get Turbo. Awesome. So that means I can keep playing cards. It's cool-headed. I'm looking for my other beam cell here to potentially get rid of the last bit of that artifact. I think I also want to get some lightning in play here too, though. So let's do that. There's the beam cell. I think I definitely want a hologram. Again, it doesn't matter which one. Just do the beam cell. And let's get another lightning in play. Let's get another frost in play and then a lightning behind it. Try to alternate those the rest of the way so I can always get to the evoke that I actually need. Theoretically. Although we're not doing it right now, are we? Yeah, I have to waste the buffer to play cards here. Need to play the cards, though. That's okay. We get to draw a lot. I don't mind a little beat of death here. So I'm going to play aggregate, loop. Oh, now I can defend. That's cool. Storm, then loop, rather. And I think I just streamline here. Gonna take some damage. I'm not gonna waste the buffer, though, on a multi-hit. And we do get that other void out of here. It's tempting to play the buffer just to draw, but I don't think that was the right call. Rather have that card for later. Okay. And we already have block from the loop, so that's good. So that means I can just beam cell, sunder. Sucks to miss go for the eyes here. And I think 4 frost, 5 lightning is fine. So I'm not going to play this zap. Okay, cool head, it's good. Really want to see that hologram. There it is. Perfect, perfect. Give me the go for the eyes. To make that a little bit less threatening. And yeah, I want to keep alternating my orbs here as best I can. There's an attack coming next turn, which means I want that frost orb to loop, though. So I'll just defend here. Almost don't even need the buffer, though, do I? Yeah, because he's only doing 36s. 36 is no problem at all. I don't need a buffer for 36. Let's recycle the wound. And I want to... I think recursion the frost, then ball lightning. And just equilibrium. It's looking like a pretty easy win. Definitely not something I have a lot of with Defect. We'll take them when we get them, though. Rip and tear sweeping beam here. You can just recycle the buffer. That's funny. Probably not the thing to do. Yeah, I'll let it hang around. Could be useful at some point. Although I think we're running out of the points where it's going to be useful. Maybe this is one. Hologram buffer right here. I have the 20 blocks, so I can aggregate first. Which means I probably want a hologram and draw card, yeah. Which I only have one of, and it's Sweeping Beam. Sure, why not? You know what, though? No, I better do that draw, actually. Yeah, because I'm going to need to get to weaken for next turn. So, draw as much as I can, even if it's not a lot. And I still want the Frost Orb in front for next turn. Because I need that extra 20 block from the loop. Yeah, 8x15 is getting scary. Thankfully, we drew Go for the Eyes. And now I don't care about Frost being in front as much. So let's evoke that now. Go for the Eyes. Should have played Beam Cell first. Little mismanagement there. Don't think it matters, though. Aww. I don't quite get to kill this turn. But we full block. And with that, I think we're going to have a win. Play my buffer. Since it helped me so much this run. I really get carried by those buffers hard, I feel like. But it's a powerful card. And considering I didn't see my focus till the last shop, I'm not going to complain about it. See what our score was here. A lot of health, too. Pretty cool run. Oh, let's release a fairy. Like a nice guy that I am. And yeah, 1873, not horrible. So, yeah, next time we play Defect, we'll be on Ascension 10. We're going to call this an episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.